What was the first car to make over 30,000 horsepower? What was the first car to go over 5,000 miles an hour? What was the first car to be powered entirely by water? You don't know? Well, if you can tell, I am joking, but that's in case you didn't understand the title. But that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. The automotive first, the first times in cars. For example, a car that is the first of its kind, or maybe if the first time a feature is being used in a car, or maybe a car that is the first to achieve something big in performance or in other areas of engineering. And that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. I am Meno, and this is my YouTube channel. And in this channel, I'll talk about all things cars. And if that interests you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Watch the video today, and if you like the video, give the video a thumbs up. And with that said, thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. Let's get the video started. Now, kicking off with the list, I think there's a better way to start this list than to start with the very first car. So, what was the very first car that was ever made? Well, the first car that was ever made was the Benz patent motor wagon. The first official car, the Benz patent motor car in English, or Benz patent motor wagon if you're from Germany. And it was invented by the man named Carl Benz. I know a lot of people know this name, but in case you don't know, Carl Benz is the man that a lot of people regard to be the man that invented cars. But in my opinion, I think he's the man that invented the very first car, not the man that like had the whole idea to invent cars. So he made the car in 1885, then unveiled it to the public in 1886. And not only was it the first car that was ever made, it was also the first car that went into production and the first car that was sold to the public from 1886 to 1893, and each one was sold for 600 Imperial German marks, and that was approximately 150 US dollars back then. But into this morning, that would be $5,200, which is mad. All right. The Benz patent motor might be the first car that was officially made, but it wasn't the first car on four wheels. Yes, because the first car on four wheels was the Gottlieb Daimler's motorized carriage. Car names back then were interesting, to say the least. They just give the cars their names and just call it a day. So, the Gottlieb Daimler's motorized carriage, the first car on four wheels, invented by the man named Gottlieb Daimler. So, fun fact, he he made this car in 1885, the same year that Carl Benz made his own car and unveiled it the following year in 1886, which was the same year that Carl Benz unveiled his. So you can kind of like make the argument that he was the first inventor of cars. Like yes, he was one of the first inventors, but someone can still like hold up like the argument that he was the one that invented the very first car. But like who knows? But because like mind you, there are people all around the world with the same vision to make a horseless carriage. But I think Carl Benz was like kind of like the first one that made his and unveiled it to the public. But the Gottlieb Daimler's motorized carriage was the very first one on four wheels, mind you. It is a toy gun, by the way. So the Daimler's Gottlieb motorized carriage, or the Daimler Gottlieb car. My God. So the Gottlieb Daimler's motorized carriage might be the first car on four wheels, but it wasn't the first car with four-wheel drive, or at least that sent power to all four wheels, because the first car that sent power to all four wheels of a car, like of the car, is the Spiker 60 HP or Spiker 60 horsepower, made by Dutch brothers called the Spikers. And the trend continues, name the car after themselves or maybe after their band name. So the Spiker 60 HP, made in 1902, and not only was the car the first to have four-wheel drive, it was also the first car to have four-wheel braking. It didn't have like the conventional like hydraulic brakes that we use today, but it was the first car to have four-wheel braking of some sort, maybe engine braking or something of that nature. And also, it was the very first car to feature a six-cylinder engine. Yes, it was the first car to have a six-cylinder engine, and this right here is legendary. And now, what about the first supercar? What was the first supercar? Well, this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated and complex and confusing as well. Because you see, The term supercar is not particularly defined, at least not back then. Like the term supercar varies depending on who you ask, because anyone can make a car and call it a supercar because there were like no characteristics to like determine if a car is a supercar or not back then. Some people believe the 1954 Mercedes 300 SL was the first supercar, while some people believe it's the Ferrari 250 series. But a lot of people believe it's the Lamborghini Miura. And I kind of like agree with that 100% because you see, the Lamborghini Miura represents every single thing we know a supercar to be today. Yes, it represents everything we know a supercar to be today. And now, what is a supercar, you may ask? NANI? Well, a supercar is a car that's made with a high level of performance, luxury, technology, and design all in one. And like they give you that like premium and like flagship experience when it comes to cars. They're not like particularly the pinnacle of the pinnacle of cars, but they give you that experience, that premium and that flagship experience when it comes to cars. And the Lamborghini Miura represents just that. And it can make the argument that the Ford GT is the first supercar because it came out the same year as the Miura in 1966. But you have to consider the fact that that car evolved as a race car into a supercar, while the Miura was made from the ground up to be a supercar made for the road that you can buy and drive on the road. But that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. What do you think the first supercar is? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is Boy Girl. And now coming over to the first times when it comes to like top speed records. Starting off with the 100 miles an hour barrier. What was the first car to break the 100 miles an hour barrier? Well, that would be the Napier Samson L48 in 19. So, the Napier Samson L48, the first car that broke the 100 miles an hour barrier in 1904. Well, that car was powered by a massive 15-liter six-cylinder engine. In case you don't know, that's really, really massive. For context, like for comparison, the 16-cylinder engine in the new Bugatti Tourbillon is only 8.3 liters. I think 8.3 liters thereabouts. And this is a six-cylinder engine with a 15-liter capacity. Like, that's really, really like massive. That shows how massive like engineers were like going with engines back then. And the car went on to achieve a maximum top speed of 104 miles an hour. And I want you to pay attention to that like extra toppings on the speed barrier, like that extra 4 miles an hour, because it's going to come up like later on in the video because I noticed something about those speed runs. And now 100 miles an hour times 2, you get 200 miles an hour. And what was the first car to break the 200 miles an hour barrier? Well, that would be the Sunbeam 1000 HP or 1000 horsepower on the 29th of March 1927. The car was powered by a 22.4-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine. Still a very, very massive engine, if you ask me. In fact, that's a massive engine, and it's a fact. So, the car went on to achieve a maximum top speed of 202.79 miles an hour, and that's a very, very big achievement in 1927. But let's keep going. And now, the Great Wall, the 300 miles an hour barrier. What was the first car that broke the 300 miles an hour barrier? Well, I hate to break it to you and to myself especially. It's not the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. It's not. Like, it pains me to hear this, but it's not the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. Rather, it's the Campbell Railton Bluebird. Yes, the Campbell Railton Bluebird. And it's a fun story, and let's get into it. You see, the engine in that car was a 36.7-liter supercharged Rolls-Royce RV12 engine that made 2,300 horsepower, and that's crazy. That's really, really mad, even in today's standards. Yes, 2,300 horsepower. That's mad in today's standard. And you see, it was driven by the man himself, Sir Malcolm Campbell. And that was the man behind the whole build. He drove the car himself. Who was the man behind the whole build and the man behind the whole like dream, the whole shenanigan. And it's a fun story because it's as if the man just woke up one morning and was like, I am going to break all the speed record that ever exists. And not only am I going to break them, I am going to shatter them. and shatter them, he did because he went on a rampage. He went on an absolute rampage, breaking all speed records left and right and shattering them because and even the process of like breaking the speed records, like he earned himself like a title of a knight. Yes, like it's something like in the British culture. If you like do so many great things, like they award you like a title of a knight, and they add "Sir" to your name, and he earned it like by breaking speed records left and right. Like it's a really really fun story. So let's get into it. So after breaking the 215 miles an hour barrier, my man wanted more. He wanted to break more speed records because he wanted to shatter them. So he came back with the version 2 of the Bluebird with the Rolls Royce engine. And he pushed that car. And that car achieved the maximum top speed of 272.46 miles an hour, which, mind you, is a new speed record. But he wanted more. That was in 1933, and in 1935 he went back to Daytona to get more top speed. So he went back and went even faster, and he did a top speed of 276.8 miles an hour. But we all know that's not what he wants. He wants to shatter that record so bad that nobody else can even come close. So he knew the car had more to offer. He knew that like there are more, like the car had more in it to go even faster because the car was having a problem with putting the power down. Like it was having traction issue because mind you, that was a low horsepower, 2,300 horsepower. And the Daytona track where he was testing at was also a limiting factor. So he decided to go somewhere else. So he went to the Bonneville Salt Flats in the state of Utah in America. And there he went flat out, and he maxed out at 301.129 miles an hour, which was a new top speed record. And that was mad. Like he believes in the car. He believed that the car had something in it to go faster. And yes, the car did because the car went from like doing 270 miles an hour in Daytona to doing over 300 miles an hour in the Bonneville Salt Flats of Utah, which is really, really mad. And all that earned the man the title of a knight. And this is similar to what I want to do, like an adventure I want to do also in life. I want to build the ultimate race car, then go on to break every single lap record of every single track. We're talking Silverstone, Imola, Spa, Baku, Nürburgring, Suzuka, you name it. We are breaking every single one of it. And I'm not in the position to do that right now, but we just have to believe. Just if you thought the story ended there, like it didn't because it kept on going. You see, the man we talked about earlier, Malcolm Campbell, yeah, he retired and his son took over from where he left off. Yes, his own son took over from where he left off, named Donald Campbell. So his son, Donald Campbell, came back with a new version of the Bluebird called the Bluebird CN7. But now it makes 4,000 horsepower with a gas turbine engine. And in 1964, he went on to break or to create a new land top speed record with a maximum top speed of 403.1 miles an hour. My man destroys his dad's top speed record. You see, one would pray that our children will be better than us. Yes, it happens in real life. Like it happens all the time. And this boy embodied that fact so well. He destroyed his father's top speed record of 301 miles an hour with 403.1 miles an hour. Bad, bad, bad. Well, you remember what I told you about earlier to like to bear in mind like the extra toppings on those speed records, like on those speed barriers that were like the first time those speed records were broken, like those extra toppings. Remember what I told you about earlier to bear that in mind? Well, these are all the speed records. The first time every speed record was broken. And tell me why all of them almost stopped it with 4 miles an hour. Yes, even the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport topped like the top theirs with 4 miles an hour, 304 miles an hour. So like, what's wrong with the trend? Like, is there anything like to it, or maybe it's just a coincidence? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that, we've come to the end of the video, because I do not want to make this video too long, because I don't think sitting down and watching me talk to the camera for like 40 or 50 minutes is going to be fun. If I was like doing something with cars, doing something fun with cars, yes, but talking to the camera, I don't think you want to see that, because you have something to do, right? Yeah. So give the video a thumbs up if you like the video, and if this video gets 50 likes, I'm going to be doing a part 2 to this. I think I'll be doing a part 2 to this regardless if this video gets 50 likes or not, because I think this is a really, really fun video to make. I learned a lot, and I think you're going to learn a lot as well. So if there's anything you think I missed out in the video, let me know in the comment section down below. And guys, give me feedbacks, like give me feedbacks on the video in the comment section down below. If there's anything you think I should like correct, or maybe things I should change, or maybe things I should improve like with the videos, let me know in the comment section down below. And with that said, thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. If you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends and family if you think they're going to like it. And with that said, thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. Now, see you in the next one. Peace out and stay safe.